Hi, Sue Ferreira. Thank you so much for being willing to do a Chrysalis Moment interview and talk a little about the pendant that you have on your neck, which is a You Can Fly butterfly pendant that I create. And I'd like to know a little bit about why you chose that particular pendant and a story of transformation in your life, because my butterfly pendants represent the transformation of women, how far they've come in life and all the possibilities to come, and what the pendant means to you when you wear it from time to time. So if you could start with telling us why you selected that particular pendant.
Well, this is the Eye of the Tiger. And I selected the Eye of the Tiger because I just think it's very, very beautiful. And you know, Susan, I love all of your pendants, all of your butterfly pendants, all of the ones that represent Chrysalis Moments, and you have some beautiful ones, and I could probably actually buy and wear all of them. But this one is a special one for me because really I got it soon after the beginning of our friendship, which was probably just over a year ago, correct? And
yes.
It means a huge amount to me. Also, I love wearing orange. So that also is a lovely part of this pendant because it reflects orange back beautifully. So you want a story of transformation?
I do.
I can give you a quick story of transformation, and I can give you my transformation moment down to the second. I transformed my life on September the 29th, 2008 at 3:30 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. And to summarize just quickly what this transformation was for me, I'd been a physician for 43 years. And in fact, this transformation took place in the operating room at that date and at that time. And I was in between patients. I wasn't leaving a patient. I had been a physician for 43 years and I'd been married for 37 years, but I went through a divorce in 2007. And, you know, divorce is always, it's always tough, but you go through that. But in 2007, the year before the financial crash, I suddenly realized when I was out on my own, I didn't know enough about money. So I started reading about money. And it was an interesting time to read about money because there were funny things going on in the world at that stage. And I learnt a lot about what was going on globally, which of course eventually slid into the financial crash of 2008. And at that moment, on September the 29th, I was actually in the operating room and I was watching in the lunchroom, watching the TV and watching the United States Congress refuse to pass the Troubled Asset Relief Program bill. And at that moment, I knew, and I felt sick to my stomach because I knew the millions and millions of people who would lose their retirement savings, lose their savings, lose their homes in the ensuing couple of years and beyond. And we still haven't recovered from that crash. In fact, I don't think we're going to for a very long time. And as I was feeling so sick for everybody, this little voice said to me, "Oh, someone's got to do something to help these people." And I said, "Yeah, someone should." And another little voice said, "Well, you're someone, you should do it." And I thought, "You're right." And so I went back to work. I had another case to do, but that feeling never went away from me. And in fact, by the time I came home that evening, I had decided I reinvented my life. I'd learned a lot about finances and I knew how to rebuild life. So I transformed that evening into an entrepreneur. I decided I would help women, particularly because they're going to live longer and they're going to have more financial challenges in their life. I decided I would transform my life into helping women with their wisdom and how they can turn their wisdom into wealth for them for their later years. And so now here I am. I have two websites now, Live Your Retirement Dream and Wisdom to Wealth Mastery. And I've transformed. I've gone from, well, medicine wasn't restrictive, but you can say that's my chrysalis. And now I am flying as a butterfly as an entrepreneur and loving every minute of it.
Well, thank you, Sue. What an inspiring story. We need to hear women's stories of all kinds to help us through our journey. So thank you so much for sharing what happened for you.
My pleasure. And I love this series. I hope you manage to have as many Chrysalis Moment interviews as you can record.
Thank you. And I want to ask one more question, is that the times when you do wear the Eye of the Tiger, what does that do for you when you put that pendant on and wear it?
Well, I think it's just like you say, you feel a symbolic freedom. I mean, I am now no longer limited by being on call or by being in the OR and not being able to go out and have lunch with my friends, etc., etc. I am free to do as I wish, and I feel I'm flying free, helping women to turn their wisdom into wealth. And hey, what better way could I spend my years than that?
Oh, thank you so much, Sue. I appreciate your time.
My pleasure, Susan.
And our friendship is a 1 year old, and the eye of the tiger, every time I see it, I think of our beginnings. And we had a very big laugh the first time we met, and it's just gone from there in all kinds of wonderful ways. So thank you.
Thank you very much too, Susan. I appreciate you from the core of my soul.